see. Okay, we're live anyway, right?
Yes, we're live. So we're
Okay.
recording. Thank you for doing the project. Yes, so as I am doing the Lucifer project around New York and also this one. So I do ask for donations and all that. You're asking me what I do for work. So I am a full-time artist. I am a designer. So I design. I do these shows. So that is what I do. Obviously, with COVID right now, it's not the it's very interesting, and I think as creatives, we do have to bend and just be flexible. But I guess not everybody thinks like everybody else, so everybody is taking the situation differently. So that is the answer to your question.
Right, right. Well, we're live.
Yes.
Um, you have your audience.
Yes, well, I did until Facebook kind of like went crazy, and now there's a 404 error. But I will put this video on Facebook anyway. So
Right. Well, I'd like to introduce myself. Well, I'm Alicia Kaplan. I am an artist. Yay.
yay!
I'm an actress, a director, a producer, an interpreter, a mother, a friend.
Right.
And we have done theater. I did a lot of theater in East Harlem with my company as a
Hmm.
producer, director. As an actress, I have worked with my beginnings in Venezuela.
Hmm.
Came up here, studied, went to Mexico, came back here, worked around the country,
Yeah.
and 27 years with Danisarte, a bilingual theater company, which I founded because I was teaching a lot of students in Spanish around New York. I'm based in
Yeah.
New York, but like I say, my children are grown up, so I am free to fly
Yeah.
anywhere.
Great. So what drew you to this? So the theme of this show is Lucifer. This is during Fashion Week, and I'll go into that more. So what drew you to this show? Obviously, not everybody. As a backstory, I actually posted some of my clips, my performances, and some guy on Facebook said, "Oh, get rid of this primitive crap." So I ended up blocking him because
It's
I
primitive what?
primitive crap. I don't know, just being negative. There's a lot of negativity
Oh,
now.
there is a lot of negativity.
So
It's like,
he
yeah,
was just some negativity, and I always end up blocking because I'm being a creative. I want to be happy and a very joyful, creative mood. I don't need like your negativity thrown at your crap being thrown at me. So I end up blocking people. So anyways, so what drew you to this project?
well, I'm always interested in working in different projects
Hmm.
and with different people that are not in my immediate, Hispanic theater group.
Right.
And I'm also attracted to the dark side, even though I love playing angels and saints.
Yeah.
I've also played death. I've done like everything. And, it just sounded like, oh, I'd love to do something like Lucifer. And I want to show you something.
Sure. You gonna share your screen or what?
Now I'm going to show you
Oh, that's a very scary looking mask.
this. You see, isn't that gorgeous? Pretty
Yes.
old too. It was my mother's.
Cool.
Well, this is a mask of the what they call in Venezuela, los Diablos de Yare. So it's a devil mask, actually.
Okay.
And you all, if you know, Lucifer is a fallen angel, basically.
Right.
Lucifer was an angel. I did a little, I didn't, I knew that, but
Uh-huh.
if I was to be involved, fully in a project, and it depends if you're going to write a script or we're going to improvise. It's like, I wanted to know a little something.
Right. Right.
And I just saw like on my wall, my mother passed, and we divided. She had like a totem pole of these masks
Hmm.
because she lived in Venezuela for more than 50 years and
Right.
collected them.
Right.
And when she passed away, they were all divided up, her children and her grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so like he guards my door, basically.
Hmm.
You know, this is the Diablo de Yare from Venezuela.
Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Lucifer, is that mentioned in the Bible, right? Or is there other texts from your
Oh,
experience?
there's so many different texts. I was going to print out some and read it even more, but today
Mhm.
was like a day of appointments and I had to go out and
Yeah,
but if one was to do something, it would be interesting because
right.
yeah, it's in a bunch of different texts. But
Oh,
everybody
okay.
has different ideas, and well, it's like Jesus Christ or God, or everybody has different ideas what they look like.
Right, right.
So it's up to you. You're the designer. Well, sorry if I'm like overstepping my bounds here. You could just you could design something, that would be your version of Lucifer.
Yeah, technically, I can. I am a Bible believing Christian, so everything I do is based on the Bible. I do believe Bible is the Word of God. That's why this project was interesting to me because of what's going on with the world and with all the craziness. So some people. I think I had a guy who did my Zoom shows. You might have met him. He's like, I don't know, he's open to this spiritual stuff now because you gotta look. He's like, well, it's good to be open minded, right? Good to like see all
Definitely.
that.
Yeah, I'm very open-minded. Most of my ancestors were Jewish.
Hmm.
We have like some Catholics probably mixed in there. But my cousins are now Buddhists. I have cousins that are Buddhists.
Hmm.
I had one when I was going through a really bad time, was saying like, like embrace Buddhism, and I'm like, yum, young, rengekyo, hey, why not? Anything that works.
Right.
Anything that works. And if people, I'm open. I've gone to churches, I've gone to mosques. I grew up in Venezuela. I went to a Protestant school.
Hmm.
My daughter got a scholarship to a yeshiva. So I'm
Okay.
open to everything. I'm not a fanatic. I think I feel my own spiritual connection with God.
Right.
I
Right.
I don't feel the need that I have to go to some designed house of worship.
Right.
So
Right.
I have no problem if somebody invites me to go.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah,
So it sounds like you're very spiritual. You believe in
totally.
Jesus, and you believe Lucifer exists. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, hey, it's a possibility. I'm also my grandmother used to say she was a witch.
Oh,
So I like, and then somebody said like, "You're probably a witch too," and I'm saying, "Okay, probably, but I'd be a good witch.
a good.
I'd be
Oh,
the good
okay.
witch."
So yeah, what is your take? Like you did some research. What is your take on Lucifer? Like
Like
what
I
did you
see,
research?
if one reads the Bible,
Hmm.
I don't want to offend anybody because people are easily offended.
Right.
But it's like any book; it's written by men.
Hmm.
We have to take what's written in there and what it means and in the context of what it is with a grain of salt. And I'm talking about the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Okay.
I mean, this is our human perception of what God is and who he was and who greets Jesus Christ. I actually directed several plays that featured Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
My best friend was a deacon of the Catholic Church. He
Oh
passed
wow.
away a couple of years, but he was like such a good friend. He was like he was a journalist and a writer, a playwright. He was like my promoter because he was always talking about me and Danisarte and what I was doing in the Spanish papers.
Right.
I had to go. I spent the summer actually working with two young ladies going through all this because they have a legacy for veteran actors. I'm
Hmm.
not going to say older actors, but veteran actors. And that's what I am because I started to be in the theater because of my mom when I was 5 years old.
Hmm.
So by this time I am a veteran.
Yeah.
in all facets, in different countries, and you know,
Yeah.
and I loved it. I love working with and new talent. I love developing and directing new talent.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, and
Hmm.
collaborating with people.
Right, right.
You know, I'm not
So
one of
you
the
go ahead.
egotistical people like my way, my way, my way, or no way. It's
Huh.
like when I've worked with directors. I love directors that allow you to do things. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Right.
But at least let the actors work like that.
So you're more of, would you say you're more of a director or more of a performer?
I'm both.
Both.
I'm the kind of director like, okay, you don't know how to do it. We can't explain. Let me get up there and show you. A lot of
Yeah.
actors don't like that. But if you try all these other means and it doesn't work, and we don't have a year like Stanislavski had to put on a play,
Yeah.
I'll show you what I mean.
Right. So back to the Lucifer subject, how do you think Lucifer ties in with this COVID craziness stuff?
That's a good question.
What's your take? You know,
You
just
can listen. You're the
let's go
artist.
with the format.
Wherever you want to. This
Uh-huh.
might be God's punishment to mankind for all
Oh,
this racism, for all this murder, for all these awful things happening.
right,
You know, the whole. It's not like just the United States. It's like the whole world has had to suffer. It's
right,
to bring people to start thinking, to not be all fun and games out there. You know,
right.
you have to go into yourself, especially people that live alone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
aren't we a little more happy now than if it was in the 1918 when they had the so-called badly named, misnamed Spanish pandemic? You know, where
Right.
they didn't have
True.
internet, they didn't have telephones, they didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
Here we are, we're connecting. I'm connecting with you,
Right.
Tim. We're developing something artistic.
Yes.
I've connected with other friends. I've had, with people in Spain. We've had, several Zoom. I put
Mm-hmm.
on a theatrical festival where I interviewed 9 artists through Zoom.
Oh
They all
wow.
Zoomed themselves. We edited it, with my daughter and my partner here and in California. And it
Yeah.
became the first virtual theatrical festival. This was in June.
Oh, congratulations. What was
Thank
the name
you.
of that festival? I might have seen it.
Yeah,
I
you,
might.
you probably saw it because I have it in the website that you could still connect. Like we opened it, it was the Lorca Festival, Lorca Vive,
Okay.
Lorca Lives. And it was with music and singing and monologues. And then we
Yeah.
put it all together with interviews. I interviewed all the artists through
Mm-hmm.
Zoom. And that's when New York was really going through the bad time, like
Right.
in May, right?
I remember. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's where we put in a lot of creativity there, and it was a lot of fun. Once like, oh, let's try to see how does the Zoom work. Oh, am I taping? But
Yeah.
it worked out, and it's on my website. It's on Danisarte. I let it. First we had it, go like with a schedule
Right.
because we had also gone to Spain to investigate Lorca. Garcia Lorca was a famous Spanish poet, playwright, musician, everything, who was murdered in
Hmm.
1930s, in the 30s,
Right.
by Franco.
Hmm.
His legacy, it's like this was a talented young man. 30, I think when they murdered him, he was 36 years old. And if you
Wow.
saw the plays that were written and all the poetry and music and everything, oh my God.
Hmm.
So I'm actually probably going to do my based on that, but in a different format for this,
Right.
for next year. I mean, this year.
You got oh, another festival. Okay, great. That's
Yeah.
really interesting. So, do you feel your spirituality has increased now, or has it? Do you find your do you feel like there's a need to be more spiritual, or you think things are
No, no, I think I'm the same. I'm very lucky. I have a partner who's basically, been with me all this time.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been working on projects. Like I said, we worked on the whole thing and editing and, finding out how to work this technical stuff.
Right.
So it was a, project. Now it's getting a little boring with it continuing. I feel for the parents, the parents,
Oh.
kids that have had
Uh-huh.
to be there and school them. And, it's like, come on already. This COVID is like, that's why they want to open up.
Oh, I see.
Because people are like, enough, like we did everything. I read books. I started a play.
Mhm.
Friends of mine have, wrote plays. They wrote novels. But, like, especially,
Producing that theater project and
yes, I did. I felt really good. I
mhm.
feel really good about it.
And it sounds like a lot of artists you work with were blessed and got to do something creative and during a tough time. So,
And I worked with people I hadn't worked before. Like
mhm.
a couple of people recommended this young violinist from Ecuador who
Oh, okay.
plays the violin and his father plays the guitar. And
Okay.
and the mother had COVID when this was going on,
Right.
but they actually filmed themselves. She's the one in touch with me, and I interviewed them.
Mm-hmm.
This Spanish opera singer, because I was giving an award when she was. That's how I met her some years ago.
Right.
I contacted her, and she, rehearsed with her guitarist. I guess they got together to do that.
Yeah.
Who else did I have? I had like a one talented actor. He was very good. He did his monologue and taped himself.
Hmm.
Another young lady taped herself. The only thing I had to use from the prior year, last year's festival was the Spanish singer, guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the guitarist was an Israeli concert guitarist,
Hmm.
and she taped herself. But all these
Hmm.
people, like you could see all this stuff on the website because I'd let I'd let it be on YouTube so
Yeah.
people could see it.
Yeah. Share your website and then I'm gonna take it off live. So share your website.
It's on there, danisarte.org, www.danisarte.org.
DANISARTE.org.
Yeah,
That's
.org.
great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
So at
you.
some point that's going to be fixed because I've been told that, oh, it has to be more modern so that you can see it on the phone, all that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really. I took it on live, so we could just chat. But so that's like a
Oh, but
good.
we should finish up, no or no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely. You're still recording. You could use this recording. You can still record for
No, I'll
sure.
see her, maybe a little piece and with one, That's why I'd like to interview you. So I could interview you now since we're not
Yeah,
live,
sure. Go for it.
right? Because I
Yeah.
could put you in my Lorca festival because of your art.
Okay.
So I'd like you to investigate a little of Lorca. Like it's very hard to see your art to see if there's something. Hmm, there's something we can use that could combine with maybe a poem or something from Lorca. Or I could do a dance piece based on your art. Or that could be in the background or something.
You mean right now or later?
No, no, no. This is my idea. I want to do, everybody from, different parts.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Pleasure.
Thank you for taking the time.
You're very welcome. I'll email you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.